EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
He's tackled.
Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw, it's Wentz. This ball complete to Rager.
Wentz's pass.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this will be touchdown across midfield at the 45-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 45. Prescott. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they move this all the way down to the 9. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run pass option.
They're right down here looking for 6.
Ezekiel Elliott.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. This is Elliott. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal.
Right at the line of scrimmage.
This situation in the 4th quarter, you go for it. But here, take the points.
If you go for it here and don't get it, You and I are missing our plane, and we're going to the post-game press conference to hear him justify it. Because the next thing we'll see is the owner walking in announcing a firing. There is no way he goes for it here. Get the field goal. It's the first half of the game. You've got time to make it up.
Even though they didn't find the end zone, they have to be pretty pleased with how they moved the ball on the ground because we know that that was one of their big goals in this game.
And that really goes through the entire offense because when you're running the ball effectively, just about everyone's involved. It's not just the guy carrying the football. It's everyone blocking for him, both inside and on the perimeter.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing now is Wentz. Gets this one to Joshua Perkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. That's caught by Jackson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
To Deshaun Jackson.
Deshaun Jackson. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles have taken the lead. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So after the run for a yard, here comes 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Elliott. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play.
With the score,
Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 11-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, Wentz. Left side here to Sanders. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. Here's Wentz to throw. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. $13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Now a play fake. Wentz. That's caught. It's John Hightower. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Wentz. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
They run here with Jason Huntley. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Wentz. This will be caught inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down. Now Wentz. Now they'll set up the screen to Huntley. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Nate Gary on the
brought down by Nate Gary.
No gain on the play.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Let me breathe for a minute, man. Let me breathe for a minute. Let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
Watch 52. 52's the mic. Watch one. Back 2 is the mic.
Prescott from the gun. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Wentz going to throw. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Throwing is Wentz. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Ndamukong Suh with a sack. We've seen that a ton since he entered the league in 2010.
It's 2nd down.
To try again after the sack. Wentz going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Wentz. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
At the 2-yard line.
And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Wentz now to throw. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Sean Jackson, incomplete. It's 3rd down and goal at the 3.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Let's go. 74, 74. 59 mark. Check, 59. Watch, shoot. That's a baby shot. Mike Bartlett.
He'll drop to throw. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
For Jalen Rager, incomplete. It's 4th down and goal at the 3-yard line.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Elliott is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Tony Pollard. Room to run at the 50. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Javon Hargrave there on the stop. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They go to Elliott again. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
The ball carrier.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 29, Wentz. That's complete. It's Jason Huntley. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. That's complete to Hightower. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. They'll run with a former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. Play action. Now Wentz. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Ndamukong Suh able to record his 5th sack of the season. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. To throw, it's Wentz. And the pressure gets to him again. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And he takes us beyond the 35. Before going out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Mike 42, Mike 42. Yeah.
Now a play fake here on first down. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. No gain there on the completion. Second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. Second and 10.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Mike
10th carry now for Allen. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
He's brought down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On third down, it's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 19-yard line.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is second and 10. Throwing now is Wentz. They'll get this into the hands of Huntley. And he'll be out right at the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he's way down into Dallas territory inside the Cowboy 15. A big play there for Philly. 52 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now Huntley. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz. And this is caught in the end zone by Jalen Reagor. Touchdown, Eagles. Touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles have moved out in front. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
Dak dropping this one off for Zeke. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Prescott to throw on 4th. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Heck of a 4th and short conversion. They end up getting north of 20 yards.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And his ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. CeeDee Lamb, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game 24-24.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, live in Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle, pockets
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run it here with Huntley. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 48-yard line.
Go.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the 4th quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the question, can they turn that interception into points? A tie game for the moment in the 4th quarter. The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Again, it's Elliott. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
And 6.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Watch this. We're going to 54. Right here. Kill.
So that'll back him up 5.
I'm feeling like Will. I feel like a prince. I'm feeling myself. I'm loaded with bills. Because I was a blessed with no refill. Don't know how it feels. I wanted to flex it.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Hey, check Mike 21. We're going 40 seconds. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Looking Left side, he's got it. Complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage. You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case. Remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
Prescott. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Jannard Avery. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Let's set a tone, fellas, let's set a tone. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. I'm trying to collect. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Now Prescott. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
At the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Where's 52? Block 52. 52's the mic.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. Tackled by Avonte Maddox.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts.
52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Hey, what's the ball? What's the ball?
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Elliott, stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. So it'll all come down to the booming right leg of Greg Zuerlein. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And Zuerlein pulled it. Zuerlein pulled it. It's no good. Wide left. And that changes everything here in OT. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Now Wentz. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The Pro Bowl tight end, Zach Ertz, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. On play action, Wentz. This will be taken in by Hightower.
Wentz's pass.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
It's a gain of 11.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a third down and 6. Big play coming up. Shotgun now for Wentz. He'll have a first down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
16 yards.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Quick throw out wide by Wentz. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. Second and 7. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Now a play fake. Wentz trying to lay one up deep. Oh, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Ezekiel Elliott.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
What can Prescott do in the OT? And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Got his man there, complete to Gallup. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
A gain of 1.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. There we go, kill. Just like that. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 22.
Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And the return will stop right around the 25.
The Eagles. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And with just 9 seconds left in overtime, we get whistles and a timeout.
It's 2nd down.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They fake the give. Now Wentz. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs rolled around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us. We
True.
came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Meh.
Yeah,
MEH, man. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter.